Namaste. Buenas tardes, México. Buenas noches, India. Today, we are celebrating Raksha Bandhan, which symbolizes the bond of love between brother and sister in unity. I would like to welcome Ms. Lucy Wright, Charles Affairs, and officials from Embassy India, Mexico to this program. A warm welcome also to our esteemed guests in the Indian diaspora and Mexican friends who are here with us today. I request Dr. Srimati Das, Director of the Rebecca Gold Indian Cultural Center, to initiate our program. Dr. Das, what's your
Namaskar. Let us welcome all of us to this festival full of sentiments, and it's a festival which always reinforces the relationship between the brother and the sister. And of course, nowadays it has been very, very popular in other relationships too. And I welcome you all, and I hope it's a very small program, a very short one, so that we enjoy every part of it. With this, I just start. I have a small presentation of just 10 minutes because for our Mexican friends who are here, I want them to know what is Raksha Bandhan. So, with the series incident, I would like to just start with this. It is the body of the service. Buenos dias, Mexico. Good evening, India. Buenos dias, Delhi. So this festival, what we call Raksha Bandhan in India. So if I want to translate that into Spanish, we will call it as Lazo de Seguridad. So it is a thread of safety which a brother ties it on the wrist of the sister, wishing her all prosperity, long life for her husband, and she stays beautiful throughout her life. Because this wish of a brother always stays even when the sister grows old, because the brother and the sister they grow old together and they mature the relationship. So it is a very, I would say, a very important, a very emotional festival in India, which we celebrate on 22nd of August. That is the full moon day in the month of Shravan. There is a particular day for celebrating this event because and but when you are abroad, you take a little liberty with the date. So we thought Friday would be a good time because tomorrow onwards you have a long weekend. So I will just start a very small presentation for my Mexican friends here, and so we have this relationship between a brother and a sister, which promises unconditional love. Today we see all loves are very conditional, but here it is a only relationship which is a very unconditional love between the siblings, and it is always between praying. The brother prays for the sister's well-being and her prosperity in her family. And this bracelet, what we will tie now, all of you have got it in your hand. We'll have the ceremony, what we call as a bracelet. and which became the Friendship Band in UK, and then it became very famous in the rest of the world. But the Friendship Band is basically the Raksha Bandhan, or the what you call as Lazo di Seguridad. Now, it is a very give and take relationship. The sister expects that she gets some, always it is the cash put in the cover and given to the sister, so that, and nowadays it takes the form of gifts too, and it is a day where the brother, whether he is younger or his elder brother, he always blesses the sister. So she has a very happy married life, she has a very prosperous life in her in-laws house. It's a very festival of good wishes and blessings. So now, in the beginning, it was between the brother and the sister, but nowadays, sisters, brothers, they are all miles and countries apart. So what happens is that it can be between two sisters or two brothers, and it can also be between friends nowadays. It can be between two sisters too, because many times brothers are not at home. It can be between any two loving persons. Now, if you take back the history of Raksha Bandhan, in India everything is nothing less than 2000 years old. Now, it is, Raksha Bandhan is 6000 years old. It started when before. I'll give you a bit of history about it. It was not basically between a brother and a sister in the beginning, in 6000 years ago. It was between the Rishi Munis, the people who used to impart the lessons to the students who were staying in the Gurukuls, and the ashrams of the rishis, and the teacher is to tie it to the student, saying that I will take care of you, I will be responsible for your prosperity. So it started from then. The sages also tied it on the wrist of the students, and it is also to say that I safeguard you from the evil and all the bad omens of life. But we have got some historical evidences of Raksha Bandhan. It is all documented. Rani Karnavati, one of the very famous queens of India, from Chittor. If you go to India anytime, you should be visiting the Chittor. There is a very good fort and very good palace there. And she was ruling after the death of her husband. And the Mughals were attacking her, because after the death of her husband, she was without a man and to rule, and her son was yet a minor, and Vikramjit, and till he got into the age to be throned, or to be the crown to be put on his head, she had to look after the, and she took the help of a Mughal king, that is Humayun, a very famous Mughal king in India, asking him that please come and protect me from the attack of the Mughal, though Humayun himself was a Mughal. Now, how to ask him to come and protect her, she sent a Rakhi to him and said that from today you are my brother, and when the moment you incite in anybody that you are my brother, the brother will leave everything and come to the rescue of the sister. But unfortunately, by the time Humayun could come and rescue Karnavati, Karnavati was already defeated by the Mughals, and Rajput queens, when there are no men in the house, they go and they fall into the fire, what we call the Johar, that is called self-immolation, because she should not fall into the hands of other men apart from her husband. That is the feeling what was there. So forever Babur felt till his death that he could not come to the rescue of his sister. That is the historical evidence of Queen Karnavati. Then we have this Alexander, who came up till the border of India, and he had a big fight with King Puru. And when he was going to the battlefield, his wife, a smart woman, she understood the culture of India. She sent a Rakhi to King Puru and told him, I am your sister. Henceforth, please protect me. She never said, don't kill my husband. She said, protect me. And when King Puru goes to the battlefield, and there he was about to kill Alexander, but he didn't, because the moment he raises the sword to kill King Alexander, he sees the Rakhi here and he stops. And he is defeated, but he says, this is a victory of my sister in my defeat. These are documented historical facts, And now Rakhi festival, he accepts her as his sister, and but he was defeated in the war. Then we have a beautiful mythological story here between King Krishna, Lord Krishna and Draupadi. Draupadi was Mahabharata's she, the Mahabharata entirely revolves around her, and we all of us know that there was the incident where her sari was removed, she was disrobed by Duryodhana, and at that time Krishna comes in and saves her by giving her length of cloth. And there is a story. Why does he come to her rescue? Because once Krishna had wounded his finger and that it was bleeding, so Draupadi, what she does is that she tears the end of her pallu. That's why the pallu is so important. I was explaining to my staff today why this part of the sari is called as a pallu, or we call it as anchal, because this part of the sari of a woman is meant to protect the men in the house from father, brother, son, and her husband. So that is why whenever there is a calamity in the house, this part of the pallu comes over the head of it, head of a man, not the woman. The woman protects the man. So what she does is that she tears the length of her pallu and she ties it on the finger of Lord Krishna, and the bleeding stops. Then from that day, he removes that piece of cloth which is blood soaked, and he ties it in the hand of Draupadi and tells that whenever you need my help, I will be there. And that does happen when she is disrobed by the villains of Mahabharata, and when she is about to save her modesty, Lord Krishna comes and gives her length of cloth, and the Duryodhana is so flabbergasted. He goes on disrobing her, but this goes on revolving around her. That is the relationship of a brother and sister between, though they were not blood related, but there was this sibling love between Krishna and Draupadi. We have this Raksha Bandhan ritual. There are many stories which I could give you, but then I thought this was, just a touch. If you want to know more about Raksha Bandhan, I got all these from the books in my library. You can come, you can browse the books. There are beautiful books on Hindu rituals, Indian rituals. You can come and browse the library. It is really worth visiting the library, which has got more than 6,000 books.
Yeah.
We have special sweets for Raksha Bandhan. Either it is jalebi, you must have tasted, or it is a laddu. What we give you a piece, you will have a full piece of it later after this program is over. And you give money, you exchange gifts. So now the gifts can be of any denomination. Then we have some mantras chanted by the sisters. It is not a brother chanting the mantra. It is a ritual in India where the sister chants the mantra for the brothers. Otherwise, it is said mantras are to be chanted only by a man, not by a woman. But this is a festival where a woman chants the mantra for her brother, wishing for his long life. The sun radiates sunlight, the various spreads its seeds. I tie the Rakhi to you, O brother, and wish that you may live long. That is the wish of a sister to her brother. Then we have a particular dressing for that. Of course, in India, you need reason for dressing. So the reason is that you use these colors: red, orange, coral, yellow. These are the colors of the pink color, and these are the colors used by the men and the women in traditional attire. These are some of the sweets which are made during the Raksha Bandhan. It is made. These are all different kind of desserts. What you say as dulces from India, which is made particularly for that particular occasion. Now we have here. Nowadays it has taken a social aspect too. Raksha Bandhan is not between the brother and the sister. It is also the people who protect us in the society. The army, the police, the security people. If you see on 22nd of August, if you have seen the television, we have seen the men at the border, the men in the army, the women have gone and tied the Rakhi, because Rakhi means Rakhi Bandhan is Securidad. And when Securidad is there, the people, our brothers who are at the borders, they are also securing us. They are also seeing that we have a good night's sleep, and that is why they tie the Raksha Bandhan around the wrist. Then we have this. Even Rakhi is for the global peace. We need safety today. The most important thing today we need, apart from food, is safety. And we pray for the safety. So Rakhi can also be developed as a symbol of cohesion in the society, which brings together every human being in the society. So you can see how a religious connotation has taken a social connotation. It is, if you can take it, we can take it to any level. And I think so this is a better way of expanding the meaning of anything which starts religiously. So it becomes a universal religion today, tying the Rakhi on the list of everyone. Happy Raksha Bandhan to all of you. Namaskar. Now we have the ceremony of Raksha Bandhan. It's very simple. So all of you have got a Rakhi with you, a packet of Rakhi which has got two, right? You've got two with you. She will, Gabby, you can give two. So Rakhi, whomever you want to tie, you can request them, and the person will tie it to you. It's a beautiful ceremony. Yeah, I would love to. Shall we start? We'll start with CDA. Ma'am, she will start the Rakhi, and then I will tie it, and then we can all go. I request my recipients to participate in this. Give me your Rakhi, please. No, nothing of that. Please, Rakhi. Yes. Let's enjoy the ceremony and increase the volume of the song. Please increase the volume of the song. You have okay, he has
Oh, that's nice.
Madam, karena setangan kan ya karena salil lah benda.
Are we live? This was a small ceremony of Raksha Bandhan, which has, though the thread may be very thin, but the relationship what we create is very strong. That is the beauty. And these Rakshis have come from Government of India. I would like to speak a few sentences on this. These Rakshis are not commercial. These Rakshis are not bought from the shops by the Embassy of India in Mexico. These are been sent to us by the Government of India. All the way it has come from India to share it with our Mexican friends. And this is made by artisans from bamboo. It is made from bamboo. It is all cottage industries in India. It is to encourage the cottage industry, the artisans, and of course, it is also to celebrate the Raksha. Now you are going to see a very small presentation. We did not want to have a live presentation today, but what is a festival in India without dance and songs? So these are few videos which my staff has put together very efficiently without wasting the time. And this is the programs what we conducted after, let me say after I came here in 2019, and we start with Phil. All of us know how Pharaoh Libro was there, where India was the guest of honor for the first time in 33 years of India's independence. And you will be seeing just some jhalak. Jhalak is just some glimpses. You won't see the entire program. Just 2-3 minutes you will see. So kindly join us in having this video. I'm sure you will love this. Veracruz and Florida.
We had a recipes of 2,500 people got this video. 3 hours. That's about 2,500 crowd. 2019 November. Yeah. It's a lot of experience. All these costumes were sponsored by our diaspora. One of the best programs they have in all these days is middle class. Even all the students. It's a copy check. It's a copy check. That is our student. He's our Sita teacher. Full drivers are what is happening.
அதெல்லாம் தொட்டுக்கிட்டு நீ கிடக்குதியோ உசுரெல்லாம் நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்குதியோ அதெல்லாம் தொட்டுக்கிட்டு நீ கிடக்குதியோ உசுரெல்லாம்
Not in the color. Not in the color. What did it? What you see?
Bohemian Rhapsody. For countless generations, authors, poets, and musicians have tried to capture the raw feeling brings along with it. Let's get into the mood for this perfect season and the rains bring with it the storm or the sound of the wind whistling in the trees. Right before rainfall is nature at her best. Diwali's violin plays the fierce north wind, the ensuing storm with vigorous downpour as if there is no tomorrow. Terraces of monsoon, sky saturated with the deep blue shade of cloud escargot. Oh, the extreme, oh, the extreme. Air filled with rain, song in a cloud rolling cadence. The surface fills with winning flags of newborn saplings. Oh, the extreme, oh, the extreme. Let's hear Octavio Paz, who compels us to listen to him as one listens to the rain, not attentive, not distracted, light footsteps, thin drizzle, water that is air that is time. The day is still leaving, the night is yet to arrive. Autumn. It captures the season of striking change, a metaphor to explore the cycle of life. Watching the trees turn from a uniform green to all varieties of gold, yellow, and red is a spectacular experience. One can almost be blinded by the fiery brilliance. How can it be that all this beauty is sign of death and decay? With all this beauty, there is a certain sadness in knowing that the changing colors foreshadow the arrival of long, cold winter. Vivaldi's composition of the cool blessings of autumn, replacing the wetness of monsoon. Vivaldi's restless music of monsoon fades away into peaceful melodies to a nice, pleasant nap. Tagore draws our attention to autumn and says, "Oh, look how the Shuttara looks forward, with the onset of dawn, singing for someone unknown. Wake up, my dear, wake up." Vibrations run across the sky. Paz is in a reminiscent mood when he says of autumn. The wind awakes, sweeps the thoughts from my forehead, and suspends me. In the night that smiles for no one, so much of beauty there. Autumn, between your cold hands and the world blazes, and the world really does blaze with colors on bright, crisp autumn day, does it not? Spring, a miraculous experience. Oh, spring, you are the king of seasons, the Ritu Raja. With buds on the trees and lighter evenings comes a new spirit of optimism. From Shakespeare to Wordsworth to Tagore to Paris, poets have always been inspired by the season of new beginnings. Nothing is more beautiful as spring. Spring gives us hope for rejuvenation in our own lives as well. Spring is a time to renew the excitement and zest for life that lies in sight. Vivaldi uses three movements in the spring music: quick, slow, quick. The violin mimics the sounds of chirping birds and babbling brooks. His orchestra presents an upbeat melody as well as the sounds of joyous gatherings of people. Tagore is as carefree as the colors of nature. He says, "I give way to the wind flow, my soul, carefree and untamed. colors of my happiness, for no apparent cause. With your swaying fur, it murmurs songs of my melancholy nights. Luminance of your moon dissolves all my sorrows and joy away. Let's hear what Paz says about spring. The winter has been long and cold. Where are the cracks that you can hold? Widening yourself to let the spring in. You belong in the sunlight for all to behold. I forget my name, and the name of my birthplace, and the name of my race. After judging, sentencing myself to perpetual waiting, to humid, tender, insistent on set of spring. Flores cachorro motor, olha sua felicidade. Flores que te caem, choca que me acompanha na andar. Flores cachorro motor, olha sua felicidade. Flores que te caem, choca que me acompanha na andar. Com sus colores que ya se quedan. Con sus colores dichos secreta, corazón, alegría, viento, dicha, dicha secreta, flores y vientos de primavera, corazón, dicha, con sus colores, sus alegrías, y mi triste canción se mece con un lamento y luces en mi corazón, me entrego al vendaval, luz primavera. Entrego al vendaval, luz primavera, al viento entrego por convicción, mi alma desesperada, el alma entrego al vendaval, luz primavera, el alma entrego al vendaval, luz primavera. Imagine a world bereft of music, poetry, songs, stories, paintings. Imagine a world if all the books and all the music and all the paintings and all the art were to disappear overnight. Imagine a world where there is no nourishment for the soul. Imagine a world without the changing seasons. Imagine a world where there is cultural stagnation. Every one of us have the right to experience culture as much as the right to food, shelter, education, and medical treatment. You will say I am a dreamer, but I am not the only one. I hope someday you will join us and the world will be as one. What better way to talk about humanism and universal brotherhood? Let's celebrate. for you especially, the subtitles are done in Spanish, so you understand the similarity between the famous violinist Vivaldi, all of you have heard about it, the famous Four Seasons, and Tagore and Octavio. So this cultural center, named after Gurudev Tagore Indian Cultural Center, wanted to bring Italian, Mexican, and Indians on the same platform. And we were very much inspired by this by the previous ambassador, and we put it, we conceptualized it in a wonderful team here. They have put it into this. So I just conceptualized, realized this all is done by them. So I think so big round of applause for the team of Indians. So with this, small ceremony of Raksha Bandhan, all stay safe, all stay happy, and all take care of yourself. It's very good you have. Thank you. We have a small snacks for you. It is in the packet. You want you can have it here. Enjoy our beautiful cultural center on the day. Sharing with others. And I would like to really thank my embassy colleagues for coming over here.